Hey everybody, Life's Journey at 50 here. So, hey, hope you guys had a great Christmas holiday, getting ready to finish your new year. I'm going to end this new year with this video, but I had a great 2023, fantastic. It kicked off going to Colombia. I went with a group of great individuals. We had a blast. It was a fantastic trip, and if you haven't seen my Colombia series and you're thinking about going to Colombia or something like that, I would highly recommend. I'll leave some tags and stuff like that in there, but I would definitely try to get to Colombia. My friend Ricardo, who runs Epico Moto Adventures, super nice, him and his wife. It's an incredible tour, well worth every penny that you spend on it, and it was just an absolutely great time. We're looking at probably going back in 2025. Couldn't pull it off this year, but anyhow, so that kicked off the year. March Moto Madness in Tennessee. Down in Tellico Plains. I have a wonderful time kicking that off. Right after that, we get into the Kane from Appalachian Adventure. I think you've seen some of the interviews I've had with Kane. If you haven't, please check them out. He's a great guy and does a wonderful job on his events. So we did a little bit of that. From there, I think Horizons Unlimited, which is a pretty cool event. You get people that have traveled all over the world, and they really give you tips and tricks and stuff and shared stories from people like ourselves or aspirational folks like ourselves that want to do more travels on their bike and do more adventure stuff. So that was pretty awesome. They're going to be back down in Virginia. I was down in that neck of the woods. Did some training again with Tom Asher. Can't say enough about Tom. I really think that real world off-road stuff is his cup of tea, and does a fantastic job. Spent some time. And then really the big trip that we did with a bunch of friends of mine, guys that I ride with here in Ohio, we took off, did the Northeast BDR. We did it a couple of weeks before the big floods happened up in the east. It was still raining. We had rain every single day. We did it with all the big bikes, which I think, we really pushed the envelope. On Mount Moses Hill, which is one of the tougher ones on, I think it's section 4, if I'm not mistaken. But Mount Moses is where we had and we ran it backwards. So we went north to south, which is a little bit more difficult than going south to north. It's difficult in general, so if you're doing the whole Northeast BDR, just be prepared. But at the end of the day, we had to do Mount Moses going up it instead of down it, going from the north to the south. And with the big bikes was a pain in the butt. So I decided kind of at the last moment to take off and get a large portion of the Wyoming BDR done. I decided to go back out, conquer it. I took trusty Cap here and took her out, and basically I hooked up with another individual. His name was Matt as well. And we ended up running pretty much the whole Wyoming BDR. Didn't have a lot of time because I had to get to the RevZilla event, but we ran section 2, 3, was it 6, 7, and 8? Kicked out 4 and 5 because it takes you going west into Wyoming, and we didn't have time for that. So long story short is section 2, 3, 6, 7, and 8 were fantastic. My buddies kind of tore up his clutch on the expert section on 7, if you didn't see that. So I went out and basically did the Wyoming BDR again. And then we came into RevZilla. There were some portions of the BDRX. I'm not going to say that I did any really significant portions of the South Dakota X route, but I broke my leg out there. I broke my fibula, cracked my ankle, so anyhow, so it had, that stuff happens. I also had, by the way, back it up a little bit on my way to Wyoming, actually had to lay Cap down. You guys probably saw some of the damage from my clothes and stuff like that, and luckily enough, Cap really wasn't hurt. Other than some road rash that I have on my back and here on my arm, pretty good. So I had that incident. So as you can tell, I have a lot of stuff that goes on. And then realistically, got done with RevZilla, broke my ankle there, rode 1,300 miles home with a broken leg. Yes, that did happen. Healed up just in time for my friend Chad Warner and his Waylon Wayne experience. It was his 10th anniversary. It was a blowout. We had a lot of, I think he had close to 500 people there. It was really fantastic. If you saw some of those videos, pretty fun stuff, especially the mud pit. Everybody has a blast with that. So I was able to ride a little bit there. And I actually only limited my riding for maybe 2 to 4 hours every day there, just because I wanted to take it easy. I was just coming out of my boot and everything else. And I almost forgot, I also did the trophy. I was a scorer at the trophy. If you guys did see a couple of the videos that I did on the GS Trophy Qualifier, and again, that'll be more about some stuff that I'll have for 2024 on that, but and beyond. But yeah, the GS Trophy Qualifier was absolutely a great event. Again, meeting just some wonderful people, and had an opportunity to get a couple of the segments and stuff that a lot of the riders did, and it was just a great event. So Ribfest with the GS Giants. And had a great time with that. We went, obviously did Ribfest. That's in outside of Nashville. We had a great time there. Again, just riding and have a bunch of fun. And if you saw my trials, the first time I ever did a trials thing, pretty comical. Sorry, I swear so much. I need to really back that off a little bit, so I apologize to those folks. But at the end of the day, it was pretty wild. So, but yeah, it's been a wild year. I mean, I've gone through some bikes. I sold my Touareg 660, which I have to tell you is a phenomenal bike. It's close to being a unicorn bike. I would say second, third, somewhere in that neighborhood of kind of a unicorn in that arena. Then I bought a 890 KTM Adventure R, great bike, another unicorn bike, I think. And I can get into those type of conversations, but this is really just a wrap up of my year. Fantastic bike. The KTM 890R is really built for the off-road. It is absolutely fantastic. A lot of power delivery. The Touareg's right behind it. It's just got a smaller engine. You got to get a little bit higher revs. If you're in second gear, maybe in the KTM, you got to be maybe in third gear on the Touareg. But the Touareg handled extremely well off-road. As you guys know, I mostly ride my GS. Hey, here, I mostly ride Cap. If you've seen a lot of my videos, most of my stuff off-road, I've always ridden Cap. I always default back to Cap. It's not like I bought the KTM and then all of a sudden just, didn't ride Cap and I was riding KTM all the time. And then I decided that, and we're going to get into this, and this is going to be kind of going into 2024, going to be my kind of the stepping off point for my channel and just for everything that's going on. But realistically, I just love the way that the GS rides. So I introduced a new bike here. There's going to be a lot coming out from this and what I'm planning on doing in 2024. So we'll talk a little bit about this, and I've got to get a name for this. So maybe there might be some suggestions for a new name for my GS. Been fortunate enough, I'm on the GS Giants board. Really looking forward to helping out the organization and its members doing that stuff. So I've really got involved. And again, I can't believe in 2 years that, hey, I've got 2,000 subscribers, which is, many thanks to you that are watching this. And then also just, again, the friends and the people I've met and this community, like I said, it's just been a great year. So hopefully you've enjoyed the content. I'm going to do a lot of different stuff in 2024. You guys will see that. I'll have a video about that. But in 2024, I'm really gearing it up to really focus on some riding. So, and you guys will hear more about that. So again, 2023 has been fantastic. Thanks for watching. Thanks for following. Please hit that like, subscribe, notification button if you can. And really greatly appreciate that. And it's been one hell of a year. So hopefully 2024 has more to come. And we'll see you guys soon. Take care. And we'll talk to you soon. Later. Bye-bye.